Welcome into Steelers Talk by Chat Sports. I'm Meghan Payton. Well, the Steelers have officially traded Melvin Ingram to the Chiefs. Ian Rapoport took us on Twitter this morning saying the Steelers are trading Melvin Ingram to the Chiefs in exchange for a 6th-round pick. Now, is this kind of expected? I think so. We're going to get into more of whether or not we think this trade was fair, but we do know that Melvin Ingram was not happy in Pittsburgh. It was pretty obvious. Also, Ingram visited Kansas City in the offseason. They ended up not going with him. Then we started hearing rumors that the Chiefs were interested. They were putting offers out for him. Steelers were denying. But ultimately, they came to an agreement. His playing time has decreased a lot this season, and we've seen that. And we've also seen the way that the Steelers have said, hey, you're not happy? We're going to create a groin injury. I'm sorry, but we all know that that probably wasn't real. He was, in all honesty, a healthy scratch. We'll see how much his groin injury is affecting him when the Chiefs take on the Packers this week, and I'm sure he's going to be just fine. But just to recap, Chiefs are getting Melvin Ingram. Steelers are receiving a 2022 6th-round pick. I'm going to give you my one-word reaction, but I want to hear yours first. Go to the comments right now. Let me know, what do you think about this trade? I'm going to go ahead and say it was pretty expected. My word is that we knew that Melvin Ingram was not happy. We kind of thought if the Steelers were going to do a trade by the deadline, Melvin Ingram is the guy that keeps getting brought up. So I do think that it was important. You get a guy out of your locker room that doesn't want to be there. He hasn't been doing much this season. He's had 10 tackles, 1 sack, 2 tackles for loss, 6 quarterback hits. But, a mixture of him getting older, not playing as well, and also the Steelers just not utilizing him the way that maybe he would have liked. But they've got guys. They've got TJ Watt. They got Alex Highsmith. They've got a bunch of rushers that are going to help them out. And so I don't think that Melvin Ingram is someone that you need on your roster. The Chiefs are going to obviously get a lot more out of him than Pittsburgh was. So, hey, our short run with Melvin Ingram, 6 games, that was it. Goodbye. He is now gone. And I think that it's time for us as Steelers fans to look out for Taco Tarleton. Now, I don't know exactly how the Steelers plan on using him. He might be more of a defensive end guy. We'll see, but he was promoted to the active roster last week against the Browns. So is that going to happen this week? I think so. We will keep you guys updated, but he's someone that I love watching. I think that he is going to get a lot more reps, especially now that Melvin Ingram is gone. We've got more to talk about on this trade, but make sure you are subscribed to Steelers Talk here at Chat Sports. We are going to keep you updated all season long, nonstop rumors, trade deadline, a lot of things going on right now, so do not miss out. Turn on those notifications as well. Now, do you guys think that this was a fair trade? I think that there's some things that probably, I would have asked for a little bit more, but with what you've got right now in your linebacker room, you've got great guys. You've got TJ Watt, you've got Devin Bush, Joe Schobert, you've got Alex Highsmith. I don't think Melvin Ingram was well suited in Pittsburgh for the first place. So, hey, it is what it is. If Mike Tomlin could go back in time, he probably wouldn't have signed Melvin Ingram in the first place. But hey, you got 6 games out of him. He didn't do much, but now he's ultimately gone. I think what you really have to think about when you look at how fair a trade is, I think what the main thing you have to understand from a coach's perspective or from a GM's perspective is having a guy that isn't happy to be on your team can really change the locker room. And I think that a lot of coaches and GMs might be willing to give up, a little bit more, or maybe do not so equal of a trade just to get that negative guy out of the locker room. Now, I'm not saying Melvin Ingram was completely negative walking around making a scene, but I am saying that we knew he was not happy. He is gone. Now it is time for us to grade this Melvin Ingram trade. Are you going to give this an A, B, C, D, or F? Obviously, it's probably somewhere in between if I had to guess, but Hey, to recap, Melvin Ingram, Chiefs. Chiefs are giving Steelers a 6th round pick in 2022. I am going to give you my grade, but first I'm going to tell you about something that's definitely graded an A+. That's BetUS. BetUS is our favorite sports book over here at Chat Sports, and they have a great deal for you guys right now. If you go to chatsports.com/bet, you've got to use promo code Steelers125. They are going to give you a 125% deposit bonus. You got to put up $100. You can put up more. The more you put up, the more better the deal gets, obviously. But turn your $100 into $225. And hey, if you guys are new to BetUS, more free stuff coming your way. You can get a Steelers jersey. You've got your choice between Big Ben, Chase Claypool. I think we also got a TJ Watt in there for you guys. But these jerseys are going away fast. So make sure you follow the steps. That's signing up, putting the deposit in, placing your first bet. Once you do this, email us at jersey@chatsports.com. Show us the proof that you did this. We're going to send you guys over a free jersey of your choice, but I'm serious. These are running out. We are looking at our stock right now saying, all right, there's only a few more people that are going to get this. So make sure you guys get your jerseys in. Show us your proof. Now I'm going to grade this Melvin Ingram Chiefs trade. I'm going to go with a B- because ultimately I was hoping for a bit more. If you guys saw our trade show yesterday, I said that I thought they could potentially get a 4th round pick. I mean, it's an AFC team. You just gave away a guy that, wasn't playing much on your team, but also that is a veteran that, has proven himself over the years. We can't just discredit what Melvin Ingram did at the Chargers. He's obviously a great player. He is getting older, so he's not in his prime anymore. But 2020, he was dealing with that knee injury. Now he's finally getting healthy. I think when you're dealing with a team that's so competitive like the Chiefs, not as much this year, let's be honest, but ultimately when you're dealing with the AFC, I think the Steelers could have been a little bit more greedy. And I know that this Chiefs do not have their 5th round pick, so that's why I was suggesting a 4th round. I think that Melvin Ingram was worth a 5th round in my opinion, and I think the 4th round would have been maybe the best move if you're giving it away to a team like the Chiefs. But hey, what are you going to do? You've got to feel out the market. Maybe Packers, maybe Cardinals weren't as interested as we might have thought. Maybe Chiefs were the only option. And then you take that option and you say, hey, we get rid of a guy that we're really not using, that's not happy here. And in return, we're going to get a 6th round pick. So we look at the 2022 draft picks for the Steelers. Right now, they've got their 1st round pick still. Big deal. They've got their 2nd round. They've got their 3rd round. And they've got now a 6th round pick from the Chiefs. Their original 6th round pick they gave away for Joe Schobert to the Jacksonville Jaguars. So now they got their 6th back. They got their 7th, and they've got a second 7th coming in from the Jets. So the Steelers are in a pretty decent spot, I would say, headed into the draft. Obviously, you want to get as many picks as you can, especially because I think this is going to be a year of change. I'm not saying it's a full-blown rebuild year, but I do think that we're most likely going to be without Big Ben after this year. I think this is his last year, his last stretch. So the Steelers will ultimately have to kind of restructure their offense, restructure the way that they've gone about things. And I think that's just the reality of what happened. So I like the Steelers adding in more draft picks. I probably would have wanted a bit more, but if no one else is offering anything, you've got to take what you can get. So I understand Mike Tomlin's side and the Steelers side of this. Hey guys, just to remind you, it is only, I think, 11 a.m. right now Eastern time. There is time before the trade deadline ends. Trade deadline is at 4 p.m. Eastern. So my question to you guys, will the Steelers make another trade by the deadline? Go to the comments right now. If you think that the Steelers are not done yet, type Y for yes or type N for no. I think it's probably it, but if it's not, we will definitely be here to touch on all of the trade things that happen. But Melvin Ingram gone from Pittsburgh, headed to Kansas City. Steelers receive a 6th round pick. And if you guys are not subscribed, make sure you are. Go to youtube.com/Steelers TV or click that big red button. Trades, rumors, recaps, all of that. We are here at Chat Sports to keep you updated all season long.